And training is the foremost weapon to actually tackle fires. So it's not a joke these days. Safety and security is not a joke. It's very much a part of our life. So every single fire is unique. Every single rescue is unique. Question. Cinema theaters ku pona kuda நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? சினிமா பார்த்துட்டு அவ்வளவு காசு கொடுத்துட்டு அழுதுட்டு வரோம். Have we ever checked how we should go out in case of an emergency?
And I would like to welcome you all to the FSAI Chennai chapter Installation Network Meet and the installation of office bearers for the FSAI Chennai. So we have Tmt.Meenakshi lighting the first wick of the lamp. Let's give her a huge and big round of applause. Followed by Mr.Srinivas. Followed by Mr. Dipin to light the third wick of the lamp. Hello, ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தறல் கொடுத்துக்கலாம் please. Let's give a huge and big round of applause. Followed by Mr. Balan. Next I would like Rakhi Deepa ma'am to light the last wick of the lamp. Such an auspicious time whenever we light the lamp. Let's give a huge and big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So now I would like to call upon Mr. Shiva to please felicitate Tmt.Meenakshi with a bouquet and a shawl. So I'd like Meenakshi ma'am to please join us in front, and Mr. Shiva will be felicitating ma'am with a bouquet, gracing you to be on our occasion. Thank you so much, ma'am. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தறல் கொடுக்கலாம். Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Srinivas to please join us in front, and I would like to invite Mr. Balan to please felicitate Mr. Srinivasan for gracing our occasion today. Let's give a big and huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Dipin to please join us. Thank you, sir, for gracing our occasion. அடுத்ததாக, we would like to invite Mr. Dipin on stage, and I would like to welcome Mr. Padmanathan to please join us and felicitate sir with a bouquet and a shawl. So நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தறல் கொடுத்துக்கலாமா உங்களுக்காக? Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Balan to please join us in front. I would like to invite Mr. Balan in front. And I would like to welcome Mr. Anand Raj to please felicitate Mr. Bala with a shawl and a bouquet. And thank you, sir, for gracing our occasion today. Nalla oru balada kaithal koduthukalam. Thank you, sir. அடுத்ததாக I would like to call upon Mr. Mahesh to please join us in front, and I would like to welcome Mr. Venkatesu to please felicitate sir with a bouquet and a shawl. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தட்டல் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். Next, I would like to welcome Mrs. Kalidas to please join us in front, and I would like to welcome Rakhi Deepa ma'am to please come forward to felicitate ma'am with a shawl and a bouquet. So, nalla oru balatha kaithal koduthukalam.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you. First of all, I am very honored to be here, which is the birthplace of FSAI. And you know, this has happened around 23 years back with people like Mr. Balan and who is here today with us. And as a national president, I am coming here also for the first time. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, first of all. And you are all aware, I'm sure, I think most of you must be a long-time members of FSAI who have been involved in the activities of FSAI. Whatever I am going to present, we have IFSI. IFSI is one of the program, Indian Fire and Security Yatra, which culminates in FSAI, that is our exhibition, which happens in Mumbai. So we have done all these programs at almost many centers. And then when various network meets have happened, you can see some of these pictures of March 2024. I'll just skip them through. These are all the events, and I talked about the Goa, which was inaugurated by Dr. Pramod Sawant, the Goa Chief Minister. And then we have a lot of MOUs signed with various associations. One of the important things is, with Water Management Plumbing Skill Council, this is with NSDC, National Skill Development Center. So we would like to see that, every fire engineer or contractor is certified by NSDC. So this will help to have other skills also being now trained and certified by the Government of India. So a person from a normal technician level, he can become probably a graduate or a postgraduate or even a PhD holder through the skill route. This is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister of India. And the Water Management Plumbing Skill Council, they have even the mandate to train on fire safety. So we have an MOU with them, and this we are going to launch maybe in another 3 months. So far covered to a major extent by FSAI, like pharma, engineering, and then hydrocarbon industries. We would like to make our footing in all these industrial sector because we feel this is very much essential, and unfortunately this is we have limited ourselves to most of the buildings and very limited industries. So we want to widen our reach. So that is what we are looking at. To make that, we are also planning to have a major event on pharma and hydrocarbon industries somewhere in mid-November. So this is going to be a 2-day event. It will be a national level program. So we will definitely have participation. Already once we talked about it, there are a lot of people who are interested to be part of that. So I am sure that is one of the things which we are planning. And we will have, mostly it is limited only to that particular industry. That is what we are aiming for. Like we did a program.
lot of activities, and it's a good thing. National President he says, when I am coming, there is already some sponsors ready to sponsor everything. In 22 years back, no sponsor, nobody interested. What they say, even if you go and sell manual call point, say why manual call point like that? And the awareness on the fire alarm system, they put the specification fire alarm system in, they said like a bell. So they quoted about the 100 rupees bill and say this is the fire alarm. So you make a switch and it will give alarm. So when they asked, they wanted they know, you need a smoke detector, you need a panel, these are the things in the fire alarm. So those is the days where we have started, and today I have to acknowledge our Meenakshi madam. Now she become a very senior post joint director. I have got opportunity to work with them 20 years back also. I was with them, and I was with many of their colleagues, and she invited, always she have a lot of affection towards this association. Thank you madam for your time and spending with us. And with me, I was the president that time, Khan was the secretary, and our great friend Anandaraj is here.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Meenakshi ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. And it's a pleasure and privilege to be amongst stalwarts who have done so much for the safety and security in our country. And training is the foremost weapon to actually tackle fires. You must be wondering who this lady is, because when they mentioned Meenakshi, I'm Meenakshi Vijakumar, the first woman fire officer of the country. I have taken, charge of the Chennai city now. I am the joint director of Chennai and the additional director of my department, the first woman to do that. When I went and saved 2 lives in Triplicane, that's when I received the President Award for Gallantry. It took around 7 to 8 hours for us to actually go down to the last section of the building, and we didn't use tools. It was actually not stable. The building was not stable. We had to use our hands and not use tools to go and actually save those 2 people. So I have had an experience in tsunami also, when Madam Jaya came there immediately after the call and she appreciated my work. That was unforgettable. So when you have to talk about women, they do a major part when it comes to creating awareness, because we talk. And I was in the training center also, and I have trained people from all across India in firefighting and also installations. When sir was talking about installations, it's so very, very important to know how actually to operate it. You can't just talk about, sprinkler system. You have to actually know how it works. Otherwise, it doesn't help. And we do a lot of inspections. Even this morning, I went to 3 buildings to conduct inspections and to check whether the installations are rightly placed and how they work. And it's not very easy to go and inspect and then say, no, we're not going to give you a license, because I'm a licensing authority also. So we have our own conscience. The same way you should have a conscience. You're not here just to, speak to each other. High side, why we are here, no. We have to be very careful when we have to save the lives and property of our people, your family, but also the people when here. நம்ம சொல்லும் போதே என்ன பெருசா பேசிக்கிறோம். We have somebody from the US to train us. What about us? I have attended 400 calls in my office as an office bearer. முடியல, இந்த பின்னால பாவம் புதுசா வந்து என்ட்ரி பண்ணியிருக்காங்களா, ஓகே கொஞ்ச நாள்ல அமுக்கிட்டு சரி பண்ணிடுவோம். So the point is, you should have that awareness as to what we are trying to do. நான்லாம் வந்து இந்த போர்ல விழுப்புண் வாங்கினவர், அப்படியே ஹோஸ்ட்ல போய் விழுந்து I was hurt. So my colleague was involved in an accident. So it's not a joke these days. Safety and security is not a joke. It's very much a part of our life. Yesterday I heard a news that a person, a fire officer, died while operating an extinguisher. Let's say salute to him. We commemorated the deaths of so many of our firemen and officers while saving people. April 14th to 21st. So every single fire is unique. Every single rescue is unique. Now, why this chapter is so important? Why FSAI is so important? You are creating awareness, you are teaching people, you are also giving a big platform for all the people who are into selling question. சினிமா தியேட்டர்ஸ்க்கு போனால் கூட நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், சினிமா பார்த்துட்டு அவ்வளோ காசு கொடுத்துட்டு அழுதுட்டு வரோம். Have we ever checked how we should go out in case of an emergency? Upaha Theatre, so many of them died just because of smoke inhalation. Why it happened? Because they had an exhaust, downstairs which didn't reach the first floor, and they had an electricity panel which went on fire, and mele vandu they were all sitting and exits were locked. Simple thing. And Carlton Fire in Bangalore, they had escape routes in the 6th floor, but they had dumped lot of boxes in front of the door. People could not reach that door at all. But you can't be talking about the installations in the building. Basic awareness, or fire vandaduna velila poidnom. அது கூட தெரியாம நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. Kumbakonam fire. Some teachers told the students, sit there, we'll come back. 96 குழந்தைகள். And they had a collapsible door which got stuck during the fire because of the heat. They couldn't open the door. And children were made to sit on the 3rd floor. Whereas 12th standard கீழ இருந்தாங்க. How do they escape? You know what we say? House is important, car is important, gold is important, your books are important. குழந்தைங்க books எடுக்க போய் திருப்பி வரவே இல்லை. So what is important? What is FSAI trying to tell us? Your life is important. What is FSAI trying to tell us? Your life is important. அதுதான் இந்த forum create பண்ணி
நல்லா 2 years கலக்கி இனி வரும்போதே எனக்கு ஒரு பயம், ஐயோ 2 வருஷம் பொறுத்து அந்த இன்ஸ்டாலேஷன்ல இதை விட என்னடா பண்ணுவேன், எங்க வச்சு பண்ணுவேன். அப்பவும் வரும்போது சொல்றேன், நீ கவலையே படாதுங்க சார், நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேன் எல்லாத்தையும். ஸோ
Wait. Englishலாம் பேசுறேன்.
to invite our incoming president of the FSAI Chennai chapter, Mr. Shivaramkarishnan. Nalla oru bharatha kaithala kudukalam. Mr. Shivaramkarishnan is the founder of SNS Consulting Engineering, MEP Consulting Services. Is one such luminary with 24 years of extensive experience in fire safety. His professional journey began in Oman, where he was honored his skills in firefighting systems. After founding SNS Consulting Engineering, Mr. Shivaramkarishnan navigated the Indian market, achieving thousands of successful projects across India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and UAE. He is a dedicated leader. He emphasizes uncompromised standards in fire safety, actively engages in awareness programs and envisions a global impact on safety through advanced designs and technologies. He is an experienced mechanical engineer with MFSE, Master of Fire Safety Engineering. He is well versed in various statutory requirements of government agencies, insurance agencies, Indian standards, FM/UL approved listed. So ladies and gentlemen, let's all put your hands together for Mr. Shivaramkarishnan, the President of FSAI Chennai chapter.
Thank you. So, Shivaramkarishnan, the general leadership of the Chennai chapter is entrusted to you. You will act as chairman of the board of CWC members and act as chief executive officer, ex officio, and be a part of all committees of the chapter. As chief executive of the chapter, it will be your responsibility to see that the policy directives of the association are carried out by the entire CWC and directed to the members. You are the one to whom the members of the chapter can and will direct their criticism of chapter policies and activities, and you must render satisfaction to all of them. Service as a chapter president carries with a great honor, a real responsibility, and a lot of hard work. Do you, Mr. Shivaramkarishnan, promise to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of your office as specified in the manual for chapter operations?
I do.
Thank you. On behalf of all the members of FSAI, I am pleased to install you as Chennai chapter president. Congratulations. All the best.
So let's give a huge and big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Shiva. We are definitely proud to have an inspiring leader with us in our midst. So nalla oru bharatha kaithal koduthukalam for our president. A huge and big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We are all happy and glad to have Mr. Shiva as our president, inspiring leader to lead all of us. Thank you so much, sir. So next, I would like to welcome, it is my honor to welcome Mr. Balan, the incoming secretary of FSAI Chennai chapter. So nalla oru bharatha kaithali koduthukalam. Mr. Balan, the CEO of Swipe Technologies and Secure Access Infotech Private Limited. He has completed BE Electronics and Communication Engineering, graduated from Anna University, Chennai. He has a professional experience of 34 years in this industry, and he is active in FSAI since 2009 as a corporate member. He has started his career as a PLC and weighing automation engineering. Then he worked as a customer support manager in Electronic Time an electronic cash register manufacturing company in Chennai. So ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together for Mr. Balan, the incoming Secretary of FSAI Chennai Chapter.
Thank you. Raise your right hand. So, Mr. Balan, you will act as officer of the chapter and render satisfaction to all members of the chapter, liaise with the headquarters and serve the members of your chapter. It will be your particular responsibility to keep due records of meetings, attend to correspondence and be in aid to the senior officer, that is your chapter president. So, Mr. Balan, P, do you promise to fulfill the duties of the office as specified in the manual for chapter operations?
Yes, sir.
I am pleased to install you as chapter secretary of Chennai chapter.
Yes, sir.
Let's give a huge and big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, for our secretary, Mr. Balan avargale. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. S. Padmanathan, the incoming president-elect of FSAI Chennai. He is the head of design department of fire engineering and mechanical systems in building and factories, IC and L&T construction. So he is a diploma in 1989, the Central Polytechnic Chennai, the College of Engineering Anna University, Diploma in Industrial Safety 2005, and Annamalai University Chidambaram. He has completed his MBA in Operational Management. And New Delhi, he has over 35 years of work experience handling various projects in airports and ITs, buildings, convention centers, stadia, monumental structures, hospitals, residential buildings, and recent data centers. He is also a committee member of the National Building Code of India. He is also a lead co-working committee member of codes and standards in the FSAI Chennai chapter. So let's give him a huge and big round of applause, everyone, for Mr. S. Padmanathan, the incoming president-elect.
So, sir, you will act as president-elect of the chapter and render satisfaction to all members of the chapter, and you work closely with chapter president and secretary in all the kind of meetings and then correspondence and other things. And do you promise to fulfill the duties of the office as stipulated in the manual for chapter operations? So I am pleased to install you as the president-elect for the Chennai chapter, and anyway you will take over after 2 years as the president of the chapter. Congratulations and all the best to you. Unfortunately, I think the pin and all certificate is to come, I think. So that probably in the next time I think we can. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, certificate of appointment is here.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, so I'd like to welcome all the CWC members on stage to please join us. I would like to invite all the new CWC team members on stage to please join us. I would like to invite Mr. Padmanathan, Mr. Mahesh, Mr. Abraham, Mr. Babu, Mr. Ravi Shankar, Mr. Ravi Kumar, Mr. Naveen Kumar, Mr. Raja, Mr. Rajesh, Mr. Kannan, Mrs. Akshaya, Mr. Lokesh, Mr. Ramesh, Mr. SV Raja, Mr. Yusuf, Mr. Rajashekar, Mr. Manikandan, Mr. Prasanna and Mr. Daniel Thomas to please join us on stage. So I'd like to invite Mr. Naveen Kumar to please come forward. Hello, I would request Mr. Srinivas, Mr. Dipan, Mr. Balan and Mr. Shiva to give away the certificates. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Babu Murthy to please come forward.
So I would like to say here, Babu is the first person who we have met along with others from Chennai. We have come to Hyderabad and we wanted to form our chapter. And again, I am seeing you here.
So next, I would like to welcome S. Kalidasan to please join us. I would like to call upon Mrs. Kalidasan to please come forward. A certificate of appreciation. Hello, ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தல் கொடுத்துக்கலாமா? like to welcome Mr. Rajesh Jayakumar to please come forward. அடுத்ததாக N. Rajesh அவர்களும் to please come forward. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Mahesh Vellur to please come forward. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தல் கொடுத்துக்கலாமா? பின்னாடி இருக்கிறவங்களா நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தல் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும். அடுத்ததாக I would like to welcome Mr. Kannan Rao to please come forward. Followed by Mr. Rajashekaran to please come forward. Mr. N.J. Abraham to please come forward. Followed by Mr. K.M. Ravikumar to please come forward. Let's put our hands together. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைத்தட்டல் கொடுக்கலாம். அடுத்ததாக Dr. Raja G to please come forward. அடுத்ததாக Mr. S.V. Raja அவர்களும் to please come forward. Followed by Mr. Lokesh Kumar அவர்களும் to please come forward. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Prasanna Kumar to please come forward to collect your certificate of appreciation. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. These are all the CWC members of the Chennai chapter. அடுத்ததாக I would like to welcome Mr. N. Manikandan அவர்களும் to please come forward to collect your award. Followed by Mr. S. Ramesh அவர்களும் to please come forward. Next, we would like to invite Miss Akshaya to please come forward. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைதல் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். She's the only lady of the CWC member of Chennai chapter. So definitely, ladies and gentlemen, நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைதல் கொடுக்கலாம். Put your hands together for Akshaya. அடுத்ததாக I would like to welcome Mr. Tiruvin VC to please come forward. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைதல் கொடுக்கலாம். அடுத்ததாக I would like to welcome Mr. Yusuf Miyajiwala to please come forward. Please put your hands together. நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைதல் கொடுக்கலாம். Super. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Daniel Thomas C to please come forward. Next, we would like to invite Mr. B. Ravi Shankar அவர்களும் to please come forward to collect your certificate of appreciation. So, ladies and gentlemen, these on the stage, they are the CWC members of the Chennai chapter. Can we hear a big and huge round of applause? நல்ல ஒரு பலத்த கைதல் கொடுக்கலாம். Thank you.
இதுதான் டாபிக் தான் இருக்கு இப்போ நம்மகிட்ட டிசைனர் டீம் அப்புறமா அந்த டெக்னீஷியனோட டிசபிலிட்டி தான் நிறைய இருக்கு. ஸோ கவர்மெண்ட் ஐடிஐல நம்ம அதை கொண்டு போய் நம்ம வந்துட்டு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் சாப்டர் ஓப்பன் பண்ணனா we are going to give the training for them. So almost around 15 trainings we are going to give it. So selected peoples like or 30 to 40 peoples we are going to select it like welder, fitter and draftsman. So this three category we are going to give the training. From there we will send it across to you whoever need it. So we can send it across to them. And another is the safety, road safety that we already discussed with the traffic police department that we are going to conduct. FM global workshop that is we already discussed that has been implemented. School event program. இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக இப்போ நிறைய ஸ்கூல்ஸ் வந்து இந்த இது ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து கண்டக்ட் பண்ண கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க. So that we are going to do that. And the warehouse seminar. This will be, sent it across to all the members. I think, again, I don't want to take much of time.